Okay, people, back again for another live stream. Headed to home time right now. Headed out of Dallas. Finally got my home time load. And today I want to talk about ADOS versus the business mentality. And that's what I'm going to focus on today. Seemed like, because I live streamed was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. And it was reading on my phone that it was taking a long time to upload, but I guess it uploaded. I guess that was just a display glitch with the phone, because it uploaded when I looked on my laptop. It had uploaded fine. So just let me know if y'all have any technical difficulties with that, with seeing when my videos are uploaded or anything like that. Just go ahead and let me know so I can try to sort it out. But like I said, heading up out of Dallas. As far as the ADOS goes, I think there's been a lot of productive conversation about it. But I think people still need to get together when it comes to exactly how they're gonna go about it, how they're gonna approach the government for what they feel that they need, or for whatever resources. Because I know it can't just be money. I know it can't just be money. If there's any land that y'all want to get, if there's any resources when it comes to that. As far as whatever the payment that they said that they wanted to be, that's something that even still I'm on the fence about. Should it be a check, or should it just be land, or should it just be? I'm looking at the live chat right now. I know. Okay, now here's an open fuel island right here. Everybody else is in line, but this is an open fuel island. I'm gonna try to get in right here. Hopefully this fuel pump isn't like broken or slow or anything like that. Damn, they out of reefer. They out of def on this fuel pump right here. But I can kind of survive, because the next fuel stop is going to be in Weatherford, Texas, so that's on down the way, I-20. I can survive without DEF right now. I still got over 50% of my DEF, so I'm just going to go ahead and get fuel, and I'll be right back with you guys. I'm not going to stop the live stream. I'm going to keep it going. Looks like I'm gonna have to go inside to fuel because this fuel pump is going haywire. It's having all kind of mechanical issues with it. I'm gonna have to either get him to set it inside, or I'm gonna have to go to another pump. Hold on. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. All right, now that's gonna do it. We'll go ahead and get out of here now. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here now. So I got the fuel, got that good, got everything. Take my coat off. So I usually like to drive with my coat off. I don't really like to have my coat on when I drive. All right. Let me update it. All right. Get up out of here. Okay. I don't really need my blip blinkers on out here in the yard like this. Alright. So this load is only 22,000 pounds. That's light. That's not like super heavy. I could weigh it. Hold on. I could weigh it, but they want you to weigh it, but if the shit's light like that, most of the times I don't weigh it. If it's light like that, but so this load shouldn't be too much trouble. We'll go ahead and head out now. Alright. Gonna go ahead and head out. So as I was talking about ADOS, said that they need to get to that phase where they start talking about the whole strategic side of it. And okay. Hey, what's up, B Money? I see you. Okay. But like I said, they need to get to a point where they're talking about the strategic side of ADOS and what it is that they want to get. Do they want land? Do they want capital for housing development or capital for educational development? I would like to see us have our own autonomous school system, kind of like what the Native Americans have. I would love to see that. How come no one talks about that? That's another thing. That's one thing that just came to my mind. I really want to stress. We need to have our own autonomous school system. Okay? American descendants of slaves need to have their own autonomous school system. Now I'm getting fucking thirsty and shit. You know what I mean? I need to go back there and get some water. Hold up. All this talking gonna make me fucking thirsty. I know it. Hold on. I could stop at this red light real quick and run back there and get it. Hold on. I don't want to hold up no traffic. Hold up. They just got a green light. I'm gonna have to stop on the side of the interstate. Okay, now he says we have 200 HBCUs. But what we need is our own school system where we can control the curriculum. Because the Native Americans, they have their own school system and they actually set their own curriculum. All right, so they teach their own history. All right, they teach that people like Christopher Columbus were evil and that they weren't good people, and that they were assholes and stuff like that. They teach their own legends and history and all that type of stuff. They teach their own stuff, and it's not federally mandated. So the government can't come in and tell them that you have to learn about George Washington and all that shit. They actually have the freedom to learn their own history, and that's very important. Because as African Americans, we don't have that. So let me pull into here and run back in the sleeper and get my water really quick. Hold on. Because I'm not hungry. I had a big ass breakfast at Waffle House this morning. Oh shit, we got a lot lizard. Nah, sweetie, I can't take you today. She's not really my type anyways. Oh, damn, this dude, okay. Alright. This truck stop is really busy. I'm gonna just go alongside this truck right here and I'm gonna let this dude pass. All I gotta do is get some water and I'm up out of here. Alright, hold on, let me go back off duty. Okay, we go off duty for like 30 seconds. Hold up. I'm about to go. Alright, so the brother who was a security guard, he did walk up to the door. He's wondering why I'm parked like this. But I told him, no, man, I'm about to go, man. I ain't really staying like that. I'm about to take off right now. Okay. It was cool. If he'd have been some asshole security officer, he would have been like, why you park like that? You ain't supposed to be parked like that. But he was cool. And that's why we need the Gray Faulkner Initiative, so we can get more black men as police officers, security officers, so the brothers can have an easier time. You know what I mean? But, and yeah, this place is crowded, man. This place is crowded. So I got my water. I got that. So, hold up. And right here is this. Can I turn into here? Yeah, I can. I'm going to have to turn into this little spot right here. Turn around. Have to go into here. Alright. I could make a U-turn like right here too, but... And you know what? I remember this truck stop. I remember the last company I drove for. I was chilling over here. And I met one of the brothers that used to work at the old company I used to drive for. I remember I chopped it up with him. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn all the way around over here. Get back out. Okay. So like I said, we need our school system where we can teach our own curriculum. We already kind of have that in the form of these black independent schools that are starting to pop up now online and around the country. You're starting to get more and more black people start schools that teach an African-centered curriculum. But we need more of it. We need to take that model and expand it. Because I've heard of a lot of successes going on with those African-centered schools. The kids are making good grades. They're going to college in good numbers. So we need to take the successful parts of that and replicate it and duplicate it, You know what I mean? And replicate the successful parts of that. Because, like I said, we have to start educating ourselves. I don't think black people will ever rise to 100%. In America, will never rise to our fullest potential under this Western Prussian school system curriculum. It's just not going to happen. Like I said, you know, we have allowed, ever since desegregation, we have turned the education of our families and our children over to this Prussian school system where they're educated by primarily white teachers who oftentimes are afraid of these black students, especially the black male students, you know. You know what I mean? And that's why I say we got to focus on getting our own school system, whether it can be either online or did someone leave a comment? Okay, yeah, she made a comment. Okay, I'm going to read your comments right quick, B-Money. But either online, okay, or in classes, in classroom, or what were they doing? Or a combination of both. Okay, that's what's going to have to happen. Okay, because like I said, for whatever reason, black children don't excel when they have non-black teachers in front of them. Now, I'm going to look at what B Money is saying. B Money say, okay, HBC, they are segregated reservations. Most blacks live in urban areas with other groups. Okay, I disagree. Okay. There are immigrant blacks that excel in the Western school system. Okay, now I'm gonna get into that. Heavy. I'm glad you brought that up, B-Money, because look, my father, he attended a segregated school system in Birmingham, Alabama in the late 50s, early 60s. Okay, he went to a very famous high school in Birmingham, Alabama. It's actually called Ullman High School. Go look that up. Ullman High School is the same high school Condoleezza Rice went to. In fact, I think him and Condoleezza Rice went to high school at the same time, but I think she was a little bit younger than him. I think she might have been a couple of grades younger than him. But they went to the same school. Also, a number of other very famous and prominent black people who went on to do great things went to that high school. Okay. Now, my thing is this, okay? It's that it's this, is that when black students went to those types of schools, it was kind of better for them because they had all black teachers who actually taught them the subjects and actually demanded excellence from them. They didn't just give them the bare minimum requirements just to pass. Okay, they had black sports coaches that cared about these guys and pushed them and tried to push them to go play sports in high school, go play football in college, go play basketball in college, or whatever it is, what have you. Okay, and they had black teachers who actually lived in the communities right there with these kids. So if you had trouble with your algebra homework, well, guess what? Your algebra teacher probably lived 2 blocks away or around the corner. Okay? You could go to his house, after his wife get through making him dinner, and he'll sit there with you for 30, 40 minutes and go over your algebra with you. Okay? You didn't even have to have a tutor, because everybody was right there. Okay? Everybody lived in the same community. You couldn't get away with no fuck shit. Okay, you couldn't go out there and do no fuck shit. You know, because somebody was gonna see you. Somebody was gonna tell your mama, okay, or tell your auntie. And when you got home, you was gonna get your ass whipped. Okay, so it wasn't no such damn thing about getting suspended or, you know, where all the black kids get suspended all the damn time and shit for little fighting and shit. You know, you didn't get suspended. Okay, what happened was somebody went home and told your mama, or told your auntie, or told your neighbor, and then they went and told your mama, and then when your mama went and told your daddy, and when your daddy got home, he whipped your ass. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, that's what ended up happening. So wasn't no such thing as no suspension. Okay, they had what was called the belt. Okay, now your ass acted up, you didn't get suspended. What happened is you got the belt. And back then, even the principals and shit could whip your ass. Or the principal or vice principal would whip your ass with a paddle. Then when you got home, your mama and daddy would whip your ass. Okay? So there was no suspension and all that, and you know, you just got good old down home discipline. Okay? And nobody acted up or showed their ass. They knew, because they didn't want to go home and whip their ass. And then they didn't have to get CPS. All kids, that's considered abuse, all that. Okay? They actually had more daddies in the home back then, so your daddy could say something to you to make your ass fucking act right and do right, teach you how to fucking be a man, teach you how to stand up for yourself. Okay? And we've lost all that. Well, but anyways, I'm getting off tangent. Like I said, ADOS have to control their own damn school system. It makes no sense, okay? It makes no sense to still be living in a world where other races and stuff control the goddamn school system. Okay. Now, as far as B Money, what he said that B Money said that, well, we live in communities with other races. That's fine. There's no issue with that. Okay. Jews and stuff live in communities with other races and stuff, but they still send their kids their Jewish school when they're young, and they still learn how to make money off of all those other races. Okay? So, let's keep that 100. Okay? Let's keep that 100. Let's keep that 100. All right. Now, my thing is this, okay? So what else is B Money saying? Okay, yeah, we need to utilize all resources available in education ourselves. As long as ADOS live in integrated areas, it will never happen. Well, here's the thing. That can't hinder us, because you can build these schools anywhere. They don't just have to be in a predominantly black area. You can technically buy land anywhere and build these schools. Okay? Whatever is the most efficient or economical place to build the school, we can build it there. You do not have to live in a segregated area necessarily to have to have an African-centered education. Okay, that's not necessary. Like I said, we have to teach our history. Okay, our art. Okay, you need these black boys to be coached up with black coaches that give a fuck about them. Okay, you need them to be coached up with, black teachers, black science teachers, black math teachers that are passionate about the subject. Okay, and that challenge these kids, challenge them to be better. Okay, don't just sit up there. It needs to be a curriculum that actually challenges the kids to be smart and be better. I remember growing up, and the standardized testing we had growing up was ridiculously easy. It didn't really challenge you. You have to challenge these kids if you really want them to get to that next level like that. Push them to get to that next level, because they're ultimately competing with the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Black children are ultimately competing with the rest of the world. And we don't have the luxury to go easy on our black children like that. Alright? You just don't have the luxury to do that. Let me see. Any more comments? Jews have a stable, educated class. Okay. I agree, but households have to push education standards for that to happen. I agree. Black people get so damn caught up in going to work every damn day that you don't have time. You don't teach your kids. You don't instill any values in them to excel, which is what has to happen for black children if they're going to compete with the rest of the world. We have to get out of that mode, black people, where we believe that it's just only the school's job to educate our children. Some ignorant lady called into Jason Black's show years ago and said some ignorant ass shit like that. He said, well, when my son goes to school, it's the school's job to educate my son, not my job. You know how ignorant and stupid that was? We got to get off of that. We have to get off of that mindset. Okay? Black people, you have to excel. You have to push your children to excel. Because that's the only way you're going to get your kids out of the mindset of being consumers for all these other groups. Because if you don't push your children to excel, they're just going to end up being consumers of every other group. They'll never learn how to compete with other groups or even trade with other groups. They'll just consume from other groups. Okay? A lot of them probably grow up to get good jobs, get education, but the only thing they'll be able to do is just consume. And that's not what we want. Okay? Alright. Alright. So that's huge. Okay? That's huge. We need to push on the education system. And but that's something you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to start on a small scale. Get a small group of parents together who are driven. And once they build a successful model, then you just expand it out from there. But like I said, you have to start small. I have no issue start small, and I don't believe this notion either that we just have a whole bunch of black parents out there that don't give a fuck about their kids' education. I think a lot of our children, a lot of our parents out here want their kids to have quality education. Okay? It's just a matter of us strategizing, figuring out the best way for them to get it. Okay, but I think there's a lot of people out there who want their children to have the best education. I really do believe that in the black community. I don't believe that everyone is just you know what I mean? I don't believe that this notion that you know, blacks just don't take education seriously. You know, that's not a notion that I go with. Now, the thing about going west out of Dallas, the only thing about it is that once you get to a certain point, you're going to pass a couple of cities and towns and stuff. And once you get to a certain point, it becomes very desolate. To a point where there's like no cities, there's like no, you know, there's not a lot going on. So I could have took the other route. I could have went up through Amarillo, but it's technically like the same distance, really. But you know, they gave me this route. I technically could have went the other route, but you know, it is what it is. But I kind of don't like going this route because it gets like really desolate after a while. Really desolate, and then at a certain point, you just like in the desert. You know, they only got one little isolated truck stop out there. You know, but my screen get blurry and stuff too. What is that about? Hold on. I think that's for me touching the screen. Hold on. Okay. How do you handle... Hold on. How do you handle the monotony of just seeing road? I don't mind it. You know, I'm kind of a solitary person anyway, so I don't mind it. You get used to it. A lot of people get used to it. When you first start out, I had trouble with my sleep. I would get real sleepy while driving. I had to pull over, take like kind of breaks and stuff. But after a while, your body get used to it. I don't really see it as monotony. I like it. I just like driving, you know. So I can't stand being in a vehicle over 2 hours. Yeah, well, you know, it's not for everybody. Trucking definitely isn't for everybody. But yeah, I can see what you're saying with that. You know, but I don't mind it because you're always moving and going somewhere. I like moving around and going somewhere. That's what I like the most about trucking. What drives me crazy is sitting in an office all day with people that you can't stand. That's what drives me crazy. You know, at least with this, you can drive, you can move, you can go. You know what I mean? You don't really got to worry about anything. Well, like I said, back on topic, yes, we need our own school system where we can teach our own curriculum. And we need to push for laws that allow us to do that. We already have strong homeschooling laws in America. Okay, America already has strong homeschooling laws. We just need to expand those laws so we can have strong curriculum laws. In fact, try to get the government out of the curriculum as much as possible. Okay, get government out of curriculum. Get them out. Start some type of lobbying or watchdog groups or whatever. Get them the hell out of curriculum. Especially in the state of California, where I'm from. They're teaching everything about the gay shit, all the homosexual shit, and the gay shit. Niggas and motherfuckers is just now starting to push back on that shit now. People are just now starting to try to wake up and push back on that stuff now. But everything has to be about gays and homosexualism and teaching young ass kids about gay sex at really early ages and stuff. You gotta push back against that shit. And see, yeah, I probably should have went through Amarillo. Because look at this. I hate this traffic going west coming out of Dallas. Because everybody is getting off of work now. Okay. Every goddamn body is getting off of work now. You know. I'm a software developer, so we're opposites, okay? You know, I wouldn't mind, I don't know. I considered doing that, getting into something involving tech or something like that. I've considered that. A long time ago, I was considering like doing something with video game design or something like that. But that's something I have considered. And I had a big ass breakfast, so, you know, I don't really feel the need to stop and get any food right now. But then again, you know, water makes you hungry because water dilutes your stomach. So I probably will end up getting hungry pretty soon, real quick. I was part 2 hangouts on O'Shea channel. Okay. That last 2 weekends talking about the IT industry. Okay, cool. I'm going to go check that out. O'Shea has so much good content. It will take you days to get through his stuff. But O'Shea has a lot of good content, man. And good thing about going through the South is they got that Chicken Express place. I like that Chicken Express place, man. Because they got like chicken and they got fish up in here. But because I'm a commercial vehicle, I can't really get off at every exit and just park everywhere. So I have to wait till there's like an exit where there's a truck stop. And hopefully if there's one near, I'll just walk over to it and get it. You know. You need to be careful where you get off at in a commercial motor vehicle. But that being said, yeah, he stepped up his channel. He broke away from the pack of just talking about black women. Absolutely. And that was great. I was so glad that he did that. I was so proud of O'Shea when he did that. Because I think he really, his channel really did a lot. Got better when he did that. Because the black women conversation got boring. It's boring, man. It's really boring. Because niggas talked about that shit for years. And the shit just got boring. I'm glad, you know, O'Shea broke away. I'm breaking away. I'm talking about other things now, like the trucking industry and stuff now. Anyways, back to ADOS in schools. I would like to see some sort of means or curriculum where we can teach our kids. We need to emphasize certain things in the curriculum too. Not just the bullshit Prussian school system shit, because they teach you stuff in the Prussian school system that is irrelevant. Stuff like different algebra concepts that are irrelevant, that are not even used in the real world. Okay, different, a whole lot of stuff, and involving literature and English that you don't really need and stuff, and do research papers on silly stuff. And I would love to see a curriculum that actually centers around like economics and business and that kind of thing, and one that's specialized based on what the career path of the student is. So if the kid is going to be an engineer, you need to give him classes that complement engineering. If the student is studying art, give them classes to complement art. If the student is going into like athletics or something like that, give them something that revolves around that. Everything needs to be specialized. Because the general education concept, that's what kills us. Because what happens is black kids get up in there and they get bored because then they're forced to learn stuff that they know they're not going to use. If you got a young man and he knows he wants to be a fucking diesel mechanic, put him on a track so he can be a diesel mechanic. Don't sit up there trying to teach him calculus and algebra and astrophysics and all this stuff he's never going to use. You know what I mean? There's a golden corral right there. Golden Corral is cool, but Golden Corral is cool, but like I said, I can't really get up in there right now because I'm in a commercial motor vehicle, so I can't really get up in there. But I want to see like an architecture school for black students. We can design our own housing and our own buildings. Okay, our own towns. I want to see automotive engineering, mechanical engineering, aeronautical engineering. Okay, I saw Cerulean, his hangout today. He said there was some Boeing plant somewhere where the white employees was putting up nooses and shit everywhere the blacks out and scare all the blacks. What's wrong with us having our own aeronautical engineering companies and firms that work with Boeing that we control? What's wrong with that? These African countries are coming online. Why can't we develop an African airline company, aeronautical airline company that produces parts for airlines? Like produce engine linings and gaskets and the circuitry and stuff for these aircraft and do business around the world. Boeing is a corporation. It's not a white company. Yeah, but it was founded. The actual guy who founded Boeing was a white guy. Okay, and I'm not saying that that's what that company. I'm not going to cape, but. Like I said, it would help to have our own firms, in that field, that we run and control to employ our own people. Because a lot of brothers, I know a brother, I'm good friends with family friends with a brother who's a aeronautical engineer. And he lives right out here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, in fact. And he's doing his thing, okay? But eventually he may have to start his own consulting firm. I'm going to ask him about that next time I see him. But like I said, a lot of brothers in engineering will tell you about what they have to go through in that field. Because that is primarily a Anglo-Saxon, white, male-dominated field, pretty much. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff as a minority you have to go through And you can actually do really well if you get into consulting. If you're an expert or of a certain type of field, let's say you did, let's say you worked for Boeing and you did like the electrical circuitry for the engines and stuff. You know, you can set your own consulting firm regarding that and be like a go-between for people who have expertise in that field and find them jobs and contracts and stuff in that field and that kind of thing. You know, get with, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of doing it, applying yourself and doing it. And no one has to know that you're black. You know, you just start your firm up and call it, you give it any name. You call it a circuitry, you know, Western Circuitry Solutions or whatever, or something like that. Consulting, you know. And you can do business for people all over the world. You know. It's just a matter of applying yourself. And that's what I want to see more of. I want to see more brothers doing that. And sisters doing that. You know. And that whole type of thing. You know. I disagree with that concept of, well, this is a corporation. It's not a white company. Well, if the majority of the people who have the influence in that company are of a certain demographic, okay, then that puts that demographic at an advantage working within that company. That's just how it is. If I have a black firm that is like a black engineering consulting firm or whatever, and most of the employees are black, the board of directors are black, and black people have most of the influence in that company, and black people can have the advantage in that company. Okay. Now you can do the other thing. You can go in there and have them discriminate against you and then sue them federally and go through the whole process of a lawsuit. You understand, lawsuits are not cheap. Lawsuits are expensive and time consuming. And by the time you do get a lawsuit, okay, whatever money you do get, the lawyer is going to take their money off the top. So even if you do get $5-6 million for a discrimination lawsuit, the lawyer gonna take their money off the top. They might take $1 million, $1.5 million off the top, and then the IRS gonna come and take the taxes off of it. By the time you get, you know, they done with their shit, they probably gonna take half that shit. You know what I mean? By the time they get through taking their shit, and damn, there's a fucking there's like a catfish restaurant there. I could have went there, but I would have to park like across the street though and then walk over there. You know what I mean? And think of it like that. You know, so instead of going that route, how about you get together? Here's my thing. If you have black kids that are into computer, you have a black child who's into computers, you need to introduce them to other black kids who are into computers, who are their same age, at a young age, so that they can grow up and network with each other. Remember, Bill Gates and the guy who founded Apple, Steve Jobs, they knew each other from an early age. Understand that. They knew each other from an early age. Introduce them at an early age so that by the time they're 18, 19 years old, they're already ready to go. You know? They're already ready to, you know, they're already friends. They already got that personal network. Okay, so they're ready to go and start their own firm or start their app that they want to make together. They're ready to go, you know what I mean? And because that's how they do it. He said, B Money said, yeah, I made that point to another brother that white nerds have social networks they can get together to build. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because that's what they do. They get them at an early age. They get up in there at an early age. You know what I mean? And they so see, this is why black folk, what happens with black folks is black folks go to school, get their tech degree or whatever, computer science degree, and then they go to work at the little white startup tech firm, and then they wonder why they're out of the loop. They wonder why they feel discriminated against. They wonder why they don't feel like they're a valued part of the company. It's because these white people have been working with each other since they were 10, 11, 12, 13 fucking years old. You need to do that with your black kids. That's what you have to do. Stop this integration shit. Stop sending your black kids, okay, to these white camps and stuff around white kids. They're gonna grow up thinking that they're white, and then when the white kids get a certain age and the white kids betray them for one another, then they're wondering why what's happening. See, because what happens is you get a black person gets on a company, you become buddies with some white guy in the company, and then you'll see the white guy. You think that the white guy is enemies with another white guy. Okay? But what happens is you'll be in the office one day and you'll talk shit about the other white guy to the white guy you think is your buddy. Next thing you know, you get called into the office. Someone said you said something about Johnny, and there's a rumor around that you said this about him or you said that about him, and you thinking you told someone who you can trust, and you wondering what's going on, why did that happen? I thought that those two guys didn't like each other. Well, they've probably been knowing each other since they were 12, 13, 14, 15 years old. Okay? They probably do fuck with each other. They probably just tell you that they don't fuck with each other. So now you're all out of the loop, wondering what's going on, wondering what's happening. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, you're getting transferred, your pay is getting cut, you fucked up. And you're wondering what's happening. It's because these white people network with each other from an early age. That's what you have to do. Okay, that's what you have to do. Okay? That's what you have to do. From an early age, you gotta network with one another. Alright? Because what happens is, black people grow up and are trained to compete with one another. So you get black people on the job and they will compete with one another. They will one-up each other, try to one-up each other. They want to snitch on one another. You know what I mean? And that's not sustainable in the long run. And what happens is white people use you to snitch on one another about the company. Meanwhile, the white people are slowly but surely replacing you with Indians and Pakistanis and Arabs and every other race, Hispanics and Asians and every other race in the world. They are slowly working together with one another to undermine you. Okay? And then eventually they're going to push your ass the fuck up out the company because they're not going to need your fucking ass anymore. You done snitched on all the damn black folks. Now you don't have no black folks that got your back. And the ones that are there don't fucking trust you, don't fucking like you. So now you just a fucking coon. A coon without a country. And now they ready to come get your black ass the fuck up out of there. Probably give some blonde white chick your job so they can stare at her ass all day. Don't have to look at your black ass. Okay? So now you gotta move back home with your mama. Now you fucked up in the game and you wondering why what's happening. Trying to keep black people from ending up in that position. We can stop that, okay, by learning to work with one another. We have to collaborate with one another. That integration shit is some bullshit. Ain't gonna be no integration. Ain't gonna be no Negro assimilation. They gonna change the laws to make it where you don't even get affirmative action anymore. Just watch. Just watch. Edward Anderson didn't believe me when I told him. But this has been in the works for a long time. They've been trying to get rid of affirmative action for a long goddamn time. Now I know the Supreme Court keep on upholding it, but they are slowly but surely changing up the Supreme Court. They're gonna get a bunch of people on that Supreme Court eventually who will get rid of that shit. And who will allow statute. They're gonna do it on the local level. They're gonna say, well, it's okay for states to, if they feel that they don't wanna promote affirmative action, we're not gonna make them do it if they don't want to. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do that shit on the state level first, and they're gonna ease on up to the federal until they just fucking get rid of it. Okay? That's what's gonna happen. Okay. See, white society inadvertently benefited, okay, from affirmative action because it split black folks up into a bunch of different white companies, and it made the black people compete against each other instead of working with each other in their own companies to compete with white companies, give them a run for their money. Okay, instead you got all the black people split up, you got them all hating on each other, you got the field niggas against the house niggas, black men against the black women, fucking each other over, black women fucking black men over in human resources and all that kind of shit. That shit gonna go away in the near future. Black women, you better watch out. Okay? They are doing everything they can to get rid of you out of human resources in these companies and stuff. Okay? They're doing everything in their power to get you the fuck up out of there. They slowly replacing you with Hispanic females, Asian females, Pakistani females. Okay? They slowly but surely getting rid of your ass and replacing you You know. These other groups. You know what I mean? So black women don't get comfortable in those jobs. Okay, now, B Money made another good point. He said, whereas the black nerds have to go around other people, okay? Yeah, a lot of times black nerds go and hang out around other races when they should be learning how to work with their own race and work with their own people to get ahead. That is a problem. That is a problem, black people. We have to get rid of that. We have to get rid of that notion. Okay? That is a big problem. Alright? That is a big problem. Guy broke down over here. One of his tires went out and he had to get another tire. Alright. But, and I told black people that shit. Told them that shit. Black women, y'all need to be careful. Careful of watching your backs. Even in the medical industry, because they're doing different things with the medical industry now. In California, they're making sisters learn Spanish. How degrading is that? And you a fucking U.S. citizen. And these people are requiring, state laws now are requiring that you gotta go learn a fucking foreign language. That's some bullshit. And we need to be, in addition to ADOS, that's another thing that needs to be added into ADOS. ADOS should not be forced or required by the federal government or any other state to learn any foreign language under any circumstances. No one should be able to force a language on us. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's another thing niggas ain't talking about. And niggas need to talk about. And fuck it, when I get home, I'm gonna do a big hangout. I'm inviting Edward, all the niggas to the hangout. And we gonna talk about this ADOS shit and everything that needs to be included in it. Cause I'm heated over this shit now. There's a lot of fuck shit going on out here. And bullshit. Okay? Alright? That they pulling on niggas. That they don't need to be pulling. That we should be, okay, ain't no, how the hell they gonna make us learn fucking Spanish? They shouldn't be making niggas have to fucking learn Spanish. The U.S. Constitution doesn't even have a fucking official language. A lot of countries do. A lot of countries do have a fucking official language. The U.S. don't, but immigrants come over here and take advantage of that shit. And they'll go to liberal ass states like California and make it a fucking requirement, okay, to force their language on black people. That's wrong. It's discriminatory. It's against federal law because it's discriminatory and it's racist, and it's just a way for other groups to undermine black folks, other groups outside the United States to come in and undermine ADOS. Say, black nerds get frustrated because they don't get chosen. Okay, yeah, I understand that. That's a whole other issue. They're going to have to be talked about on another day. But I want to stay on topic. Okay? That's some bullshit. They can't force a language on niggas like that. Like, what the fuck? I'm a U.S. citizen. You can't force me to learn no goddamn language. No fucking language. Fuck that. If I do learn another language, it's going to be because I chose to. Not because some bullshit mandate said I got to go learn Spanish. Fuck you. Niggas need to go file a fucking federal lawsuit against that. It's not just the damn reparations shit. File a federal lawsuit. I'm going to get some niggas together eventually. We're going to go file a federal lawsuit on behalf of U.S. black American citizens who in California being forced to speak another language. I'm going to get some niggas together. We're going to take that shit to the state Supreme Court and the Supreme Court. Get that shit mandated. Can't fuck with niggas like that. Because niggas been coming, these immigrants and shit been coming over here and they've been getting over for the longest, taking advantage of this fucking situation. Taking advantage of America's liberal ass laws and shit. California's liberal ass laws and shit. I'm getting heated, man. Girl, I'm getting heated over this shit. California got all them liberal ass laws, and the immigrants don't do nothing but come up in here and take the shit over. And take advantage of the shit. They got something to eat here. They got tacos, Bueno tacos. I could get me some, but I don't know. Not really in the mood for tacos today. But alright. You gotta stop them from doing that. You gotta stop them from doing that fuck shit. They got some outlying warehouses out here. But this is like the very outskirts of Dallas right here. Now you in the way and outskirts. That's another thing that used to happen with ADOS. Okay? You cannot force any ADOS to learn any fucking language other than the language that they were taught by their parents when they were fucking born. Heard that? That's another thing. Because see, they oppressing you in a lot of different ways in this country. And they using these immigrants low-key as another means of putting you at a disadvantage. Okay? Because they'll do that shit and they'll only use that shit on black people. They won't not hire a white person because they don't know Spanish. And then they're talking about these state jobs and stuff too, like nurses and stuff like that. They're gonna make you fucking learn Spanish. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know. Now, that's another thing. else has any suggestions? Yeah. Because I'm just going off the top of my head. I'm just going off the dome. Please share the broadcast far and wide. Like and share. Like and share. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. Okay? If we can't get the likes up, I'm going to shut it off. Get those likes up. It's two viewers, you should have at least 2 likes. Alright? Get the likes up and share it. I want y'all to share it. Share it on Facebook, share it all around. Let everybody know this conversation is going on. This broadcast is going on. Okay? What have you. Like I said, I gave you a like, bruh, but I'm out of here. I can definitely see value in this channel of a black trucker. Okay, thank you, thank you, D Money. Okay. Like I said, okay. I gave you a light? Okay, cool. Alright, alright. Alright, she want me to merge here. Let me merge. Okay. Like I said, I should do trucking 101 videos. Maybe. But I'm gonna have to start like another channel for that though. Like I was thinking about starting like a whole nother trucking channel. You know? Because this is really like a social commentary channel. This isn't really this channel isn't really supposed to be about trucking. It's really a social commentary channel. Okay? But that being said, and I don't know, maybe I should pull up here. No, I don't think there should be a truck stop in 10 miles because there's a truck wash in 10 miles. There's usually chain truck stops by truck washes. Hopefully they got a Popeyes in there. If they do, I'm gonna go get some Popeyes. But as I was saying. But yeah, another thing with ADOS is no one should ever tell ADOS to learn another language. That's bullshit, and that's another way so other groups can oppress us in this country. That's another thing that needs to be talked about within ADOS. Okay? That's a whole nother thing that needs to be talked about. Alright. Okay. And yeah, I think there is a truck stop in Central. They got a Petro, and yeah, they got a Popeyes. I'll probably go in there for like dinner. I'm gonna just be in and out. I'm gonna go in there and get my food and get the fuck out. Exit 409. Okay. You know what I mean? But yeah, nobody should be able to make ADOS do shit, do anything we don't want to do. No one should be able to force us or mandate us to do nothing. Okay? And you're not gonna assimilate your way out of this. Y'all gotta get that assimilation mindset out of your damn head, because you're not gonna be able to assimilate yourself out of this. That is not an option. Okay? Assimilation is not an option. Assimilation is not an option. There's people out here who push that assimilation shit. I don't even have to say the names. Y'all know who it is. You understand? That is not an option for black people in this society. You don't have that option. You don't have that option. Okay? Just because you having cute little biracial kids, that does not mean that your descendants get out of being black. That's not the case. That's not the case. You don't get an easy way out of just laying up with someone who's non-black and having. You don't get that option in this country. Other groups get that option. You don't. I'm sorry, but you don't. Okay. You don't have that option to assimilate. That's some bullshit. You must build up your own race and community. You must build up the infrastructure. You must support the infrastructure in that community. You must support the businesses in that community. And you eventually need to get to the point where you primarily spend most of your money within your own community and flip most of your money within your own community. And exchange most of your assets within your own community. Meaning, if you have a business, you want to sell that business, you have to sell it to another ADOS. Stop this shit about selling our shit to other races. What happens, you sell it to these Koreans, to these Asians and stuff, and they will only sell it to their own race. They won't even sell it back to another black person. Real talk. That's how they get down. But you don't have that option. That option is, as time goes on, you have less and less of that option. Alright? So we need to control our own education system so we can produce children to be business owners and know how to manage businesses and capital and that kind of stuff. Okay? Know how to do this. Education system has to be based on practicality, not theoretical shit. You should not have to learn theoretical shit. It should be practicality. Okay? Everything should be practical. Alright? Alright? Tired of motherfuckers learning shit that only allows them to be in an intellectual ivory tower. Teach them stuff that allows them to actually go out into the world and accomplish stuff and build real stuff in the world to benefit the community and employ the community. Okay? Teach them real world shit. Of sun coming into the truck right now, so I can barely even see the screen. Okay. Black children have to learn practical stuff, because we've been on this theoretical stuff for way too long. This is it right here, the exit. Alright. Alright, so he's saying, but look into starting that channel would definitely be helpful. Okay. Right. Alright. Alright. Now, I remember this truck stop. I've been here in the past. This is one of the nicer truck stops. It's pretty big. Shit, I can park right here, right behind this Amazon right here. Go off duty. I just park in the fuel island, go in, get my food. I'll be right back, y'all. All right. Alrighty. Alright, about to take well should I Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and just take off. I can do my 30-minute break later. I got plenty of time. Plenty of time to alright. I was gonna eat a little bit here and then be like, I might end up doing my 30-minute break here. Who knows? But so where did we leave off at? Again. They gave me the wrong stuff. Once again. I didn't ask for no drumsticks. I asked for wings. You gave me some shit. You know what? I'm gonna just let it slide today. Alright. Alright, hold on.
I'm probably gonna get out of here. Now,
The interstate is over there. GPS telling me to go right. I know I need to go left. See why you can't leave these trucks to computers? Motherfucking GPS said go right when you need to go left. Try my automation. Nigga, please. Hold on. Alright. So as I was saying. Now, ADOS. Alright, man. They need to control their own education. Okay. And be able to control your own education. Okay. Okay. And make it so that other ethnic groups are not able to force their language onto us. Because that's discriminatory in and of itself. Oh, damn. I've been following too close. This truck. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. But like I said, that's what needs to be talked about. They cannot make us do nothing. Okay? With ADOS. Okay? I want to talk about the business aspect as well. This part of the video. Black people have to start their own business institutions. You have to do it. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. You have to do it. You have to compete. Because I saw a brother in the Cerulean hangout who was saying how, you know, we're almost at zero wealth, and if another generation, if we don't get this reparations, we're gonna just die out. Well, look, here's the thing. Okay. In order to build wealth, you have to be willing to invest in the institutions in your own community. You have to create the institutions in your own community. You have to constantly be out there finding new ways to get wealth and new avenues and markets and stuff to get to. Erica Williams already told y'all within the last 2 years, we just got 30,000 Indians entered the trucking industry in the United States within the last 2 years. Black people, do not let them motherfuckers come up in here and dominate this whole fucking industry like they dominate the fucking this company forever. I'm gearing up to start my own damn company. You better wake up, black folks. Get the likes up too. Get the damn likes up. If you just came in, get the likes up. Okay? But you better not let these Indians and stuff take over this damn industry, because if they do, that's just going to be another industry that foreigners had enough sense to come in and exploit while black folks was sitting on their hands. Okay, talking about ADOS and reparations. I said ADOS has to be multifaceted. There's a business aspect, there's a political aspect, there's an international aspect, there's an industrial aspect. Okay? We have to be cognizant about our standing in certain industries. Right? Alright? Why should we allow foreigners to drive us out of certain industries? Makes no sense. Alright? A lot of more black people get into trucking. Start their own. And you are starting to see more and more black people start to do that though too. Okay. Especially if you go into E.D. Cole. E.D. Cole, he's a good brother. He's a real good brother when it comes to that business talk. And he has his own trucking firm. Okay. I think he got a couple of trucks. Rapper, what's his name? Lil Durk, he's in the trucking industry now. Okay? He's in the trucking industry now. He owns a fleet of trucks. I think he got about 4 or 5. When he was on Vlad TV, he said he had about 4 or 5 trucks. Okay? Got a lot of black women getting into it now, black men. Okay? And I've already laid the groundwork for how I want to have it when I do get my own trucking company. I already got the name down. I already got everything down. Okay? You know what I mean? Got everything going. How I'm gonna do it. Set up an LLC. Okay. Use business credit. Okay. And Eating Cole is brilliant. He's a really good brother, man. Real good brother. Now, I'm gonna dedicate like a whole week just to go watch his trucking videos. You know, where he's talking about the trucking industry. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, okay. That's an old gas station right there for sale. That's a real old gas station. The building was really dilapidated too. Alright. So, you know, we need to get into certain industries. Being in the trucking industry has made me aware of a lot of different industries, even just agriculture and stuff like that. How come black people can't get into the egg industry? You know what I mean? Or a lot of people are talking about hydroponics farming and that kind of stuff. That's another thing. You know what I mean? And what have you. Alright. But with that, I'm gonna let y'all go.